For this video, we're going to talk about number 8 wide receiver, running back, and defensive back, Michael LaRusso of Albertus Magnus High School, located right here on the screen. This is my second video on this young man, and from the last video to this video, you could tell he took a step up in his game, and he was third team All-State for New York in Class C last season, and he was the all-purpose king for his team this past year as a receiver, runner, returner. And this young man does a majority of his damage in the slot as a slot wide receiver, and he has good speed, and he is a shifty runner. Now, what I like, again, not very big. He's 5'8", 160 pounds, but what he lacks in size, he brings in some toughness with him. And I like his route running on intermediate and deep routes, especially when he plays off coverage. Like when you can see right here with all this space, he is tough to cover. What I like is that he uses his leverage well, and he keeps DBs off balance. He gets them leaning in one direction before breaking in a different direction, and that creates his space for him, going along with that quickness and speed. He's also a strong end-around runner, which I also like. Now, things he can work on, he's not a very big guy, like I mentioned, but he can definitely get physically stronger, and I do think he can also improve on his blocking. He's a willing blocker, and not a bad blocker, but I do think he could be better. But let's go over a couple plays I mentioned. In the slot is where he's the most deadly, and when you give him this kind of space, bad things happen. And I understand giving him that space, you're afraid of the deep route. But when he has this room to work with, and he uses that route running and speed, he can be pretty deadly. And you're going to see that right here. He does a really good job of using leverage on defensive backs. Look at him lean in right here. I like it. You see him how he's leaning in. He knows he's going to break to the outside, but this is what he wants. He wants to get the DB to open his hips in a direction. And when he does, that's when he's going to cross him up. And that's what creates that space. Again, there's the cut right there. And you're going to see it creates that space. But I like this too. Look at the end, the concentration. Look at him get his feet down. This is a really nice play. And you see that. Again, not a very big guy, right? But he creates that space in the slot. Shows that concentration. Nice catch on the sideline. But again, using leverage, it starts with that. Right, and this is all part about route running, right? Look at him. He's attacking the inside of the DB, getting him to lean, open his hips this way, and now he's going to cut to the outside. Boom. There's that cut. Again, that's what creates the space, and now this is a really nice catch on the sideline. Let's go to another play. Here he is again in the slot. Again, a little bit less space than the last play, right? Because they know he's shifty. We have to slow him down. We have to get him off his route. But they're going to run a similar play. Right, kind of a corner route, but this time the defensive back is going to attack him. Right, he's going to try to step up and jam him a little bit, slow him down on this route. Again, not a very big guy, but this is what I like. Again, boom, he jams him a little bit, doesn't get a great shot on him, but he pushes him off his route. And this is what's very important. When you get pushed off your route, you got to find your way back on the route quickly, and can't change your position on the field. And you see how he leans back in and then cuts back out again. Right, he leaned back into where he was supposed to be, and then he gets back on track for that corner route. Right, doesn't allow the safety to get over fast enough. Again, there's the throw, and this is what I like. Again, a lot of people run corner routes too close to the sideline. He gets enough depth attacking the pylon, and that leaves this open. Instead of a deep completion, or maybe something that this defensive back can make a play on, he gets that depth, which leads to a touchdown. Right, and it goes back to route running. Again, a solid route runner on these deep and intermediate routes. Even though they try to jam him up, does a good job avoiding it. Gets a little bit hit off track, but gets right back on track. And then he continues with the corner route. Nice play. Let's go to another play. Here he is again in the slot. Again, you have to respect his speed, so you're going to leave this space. And here comes the route running. And he's going to lean in, and this time he's going to break more towards the sideline. So not really a corner route. It's kind of going to be a deep out. Watch him work. Look at him lean in, and then boom, there's that cut. That's what creates that space. Now, ball's a little bit underthrown, thrown a little bit back towards the defender. This could be an INT or an incompletion, but look at him go attack it. Right? Look at him get up there. He's not a tall guy. 5'8". Look at him go attack this ball. I like that play from him. Really do. Again, real solid slot receiver. Look at him inside, cut to the outside. And look at him go up there and attack that ball. Let's go to the final play. Again, I talk about the route running, using leverage, cuts. This is just speed right here. Again, all this space. He's going to go another deep route, and this is just speed, right? This is using that speed. Look at him go. Boom. He has a straight line, blows past everybody. So again, when he's not using his quickness, when he's not using his leverage, he could show some of that speed as well. And this is a guy that was big for this offense as a receiver, as a runner, as a returner. And I like it. Not a very big guy, but making big plays in this offense. I'm excited to see what he works on this offseason.